Super excited. Super excited. Super excited. Super excited. Hey y'all. How
Hey
you
y'all.
doing? Welcome
Welcome.
back to the Margarita room. It's your girl Dutch. How y'all doing?
And it's your girl Ray. I missed y'all.
Certainly did. Certainly did. And listen, y'all, we got a special guest in the building.
Holla.
Paris Williams.
Did I really just say? I said holla.
Come through, Paris.
Oh,
Yes, I
Paris.
come through holla. Yes.
I'm loving it.
Welcome, Paris from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn in the motherfucking house, baby. We outside.
Exactly.
That's what the fuck I heard.
Yeah.
Wow. I am so happy to have you here, my love. I have been waiting for this moment. So let me give y'all the breakdown of who Paris Williams is. Okay. She's an artisan. She's a soap maker. She's a scientist. She's an herbologist. She is a spiritual consultant, guru, guide of the Most High. She's a mom. She's a mommy. And she's a bad bitch. Okay?
There
you go. Tarot reader. Wait, hold on. I forgot the tarot.
I mean, how much more time do we have, guys?
Right, I
We
mean,
can go on.
It's a resume. It's a resume. It's a
It
resume.
is.
It's a resume.
Yeah, too much.
Welcome, my sister. Thank you for being here.
I'm thankful. I remember when I first when you first contacted me, and then I know that you started to write through this podcast on YouTube, and it wasn't until a few previously when I started to ask what's up with the margarita room. Remember I asked that?
Yes.
And so I'm happy to see this in you. I've seen it and I felt it, and I'm just thankful that you are thriving and keeping it going.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for recognizing that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. That was beautiful. And you're the first guest that I have.
Wow. I'm honored.
That we have
Yeah.
since it's been a while. It's been
Yeah.
a long while. So thank
I
you so
wouldn't
much
say,
for
spring, maybe. Like
Mhm.
it's been a while.
Actually probably you know what, before I moved.
Yes.
Before I moved from Brooklyn.
So
Yeah,
a
and
year
that's
ago,
been 7 months already, 8 months. Anyway, however fucking long it was. Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting that extra fire under my ass, because I know that when you speak, it's coming from the ancestors and there's a message. So thank you. I will not squander this opportunity. Anyway, so let's get into the questions. I want to know,
Yes.
where did you come from?
What you mean?
Where is Paris from? Tell us where you're from, the hood you're from.
Oh, I was born in Far Rockaway, Queens, and raised in East New York, Starrett City, actually. And from then, I've been a little bit of everywhere, but I am predominantly from East New York. Okay. Shout outs to East New York in the building.
Come through.
That's
My
right.
family is from Honduras.
Nice.
Yes, my family's from Honduras, and my father's side is African American. So I got a little bit of both. Yes.
How the mouth goes to the side.
Yeah.
So Paris Williams is not is a moniker. Dominique is your first name.
Yes.
Yeah. What's
Now
the difference?
that's a revelation to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
I wanted I have the same question, Dutch. Like who they're obviously two people.
Yes.
So tell us what's the difference between those people?
Um, you guys are now just knowing my government name. I did not, and unfortunately, through Instagram now getting the blue check, you have to
Yes.
put the government.
That is the
But
truth because I had to do it.
before then, I decided to keep Paris, and Paris Williams came from when I first started getting into fashion designing. I was a model back in the days. I did a little bit of modeling. um, Paris came from the industry. So I actually gotten that name from another designer who was just like, Dominique seems a little bit too, it's too long. My name was kind of long, Dominique, and then my last name Zapata. So it's kind of long when it comes down to actually putting that down.
Yeah. Yeah.
We started speaking, and then I remember this is when what's his name, Lupe Fiasco came out with Paris Tokyo. I
Mm.
already found someone named Tokyo, and I was like, well, I'll name myself Paris. And Williams came from Pharrell Williams, which is one of my favorite artists as well. So I merged the two together, and the artist, uh, fashion designer Kate Ross was just like, "That's it. That's going to be your professional name." And from then on, I kept it. After modeling, I still decided to keep Paris Williams because it was such a it just hit. Everybody was just like Paris Williams, Paris Williams, Paris Williams. So, you know, the intimate people, the people that know me will call me Dominique. The people who really know me will call me Damo. If you know me from the hood, you call me Damo.
Come
But
through, Damo.
for a long time, just for like professional purposes, I kept the Paris Williams because I felt like that was more of like it's like a boundary, if that makes sense. It's
Mhm.
like this is my business and then this is my personal life. If you get to
Mhm.
know me on that personal level, then you're really lucky. You know what I'm saying? You're lucky.
Yep. I love that.
Yeah.
Wow. That is such a beautiful story. And who would have knew? What kind of modeling were you doing?
I did. I first started doing. I was doing runway for a designer named Kate Ross. She did Kanye West bow ties. She did the 808s and heartbreaks bow tie on the cover. She calls it cravats. I was doing like fashion week and stuff like that, and then I started to get more into like Tumblr. Started doing like streetwear is what people really liked me for. Thrift streetwear, androgynous look. So that look for me was how I got very popular was through the androgyny. And
Wow.
then yeah, and once I became a mom, that was over for me. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Labby. Shout
Yes,
out to Labby, my my fellow Scorpio
yes,
sister.
Scorpio.
Come come through. Yes. Um
So, Paris, a question for you around what you were just talking about with regards to the delineation that you like to have between who you present as your business person and then your personal self.
Yeah.
Was there something that kind of got you to the point where you were like, hey,
Yes,
Dominique is personal? But can you,
absolutely.
because I could imagine that that would be the case. Talk to us about
Yes.
that. How'd you get
So
there? I feel
I
like that would have been spiritual.
I don't know what it is. My mom has it too, but I get a lot of stalkers. I get a
Mm,
lot of stalkers. I get the stalkers that will come to your house, find you on Google, and come to your house. So, also, a little extra for me. When I was living in East New York, I was also initiated into a blood. I was blood.
come
Big
through
B.
past lives.
Big B's. So when I left, because I didn't even like leave the set for real, I just left the hood. I also
Right.
wanted that to be the ending of who I was. So I
Got it.
changed my name so nobody in the hood could find me, but I also changed my name to redefine who I am. I didn't want to be, this blood girl from East New York. That's the reason why I started going into Soho and started to doing the modeling and reintroducing who I felt like I was, and it worked. But yes, you on the money. I'm happy that you asked that. A lot of people don't ask me why have the whole two sides to you, and that had a lot to do with the unfortunate being stalked. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
real. It's really real out here in these streets. So yes, yes,
Totally.
it was real. It was real.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah.
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 It's I personally love a person who's multi-layered. The onions. We all have past lives and multiple
Mhm.
lives. Those that have those layers of lives, I feel like they live such rich lives and they have such amazing stories. And I felt like when you said that you had the two names, I was like, there's a story behind that. I
Yeah.
knew it. Thank you for sharing that. I
Oh,
appreciate it.
onion. I loved how you said that. I'm such an onion. Like you would see the more that you get to know me, you're like, damn, you did that too. You was into that. It's just like so much. Like if I tell you my life story, girls, we will be on this fucking all night. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I'm
listen,
trying
you're
to
always
break this
welcome to
down.
come back. You're always
Of
welcome
course,
to
I
come
would
back
love to come
anytime.
back. I would love
That's
to come
right.
Anytime.
back.
Anytime.
That's right.
What really impressed me about you, Paris, a few weeks ago, probably more than that, you had, I was watching one of your readings and you said that you were taking a break from cannabis. And I thought that was super, super inspiring, because you said when you are sober, you are at your best, you are the
Right.
clearest. So how do you feel? Are
Oh
you
my
still on
God.
your break?
Yes, I don't see myself smoking anytime soon. Um, I, the weed in New York City is totally different than it was before back in the days, back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Come through
and
experience.
even even the culture of weed became more of a escapism, and I
Mm,
felt as a parent and as a consultant that I would start to rely on this herb more than what I should have. It had more power than it should, and it shouldn't be that way. So once I realized that things were being procrastinated, I would be like, I'm gonna do that shit tomorrow. I'll rather smoke. You know what I'm saying? It just became I became a little bit too lazy when it came down to smoking, or I noticed that my skin started breaking out, and it was just a lot of irritation. Once I stopped smoking, and I realized how that addiction was real, I was shaking. I didn't eat. Yes, I couldn't sleep. I'm now just starting to come back into eating better, and this it's been like now like a month and some change, but
mhm.
it has been a big wake up call. And now that I'm able to look back, I'm smelling the weed and it stinks. it
Oof.
doesn't it doesn't smell like it doesn't smell authentic. It has like this
Mm.
pungent smell of like, I can't explain, but if I would call it like a spiritual scent, it would smell like sulfur.
Mm.
A little bit of sulfur. It just
Mm.
smells like they have something in this weed to where they make you want to come back and spend more money, and then it's just like you're not even getting high, and that's what was happening to me because I'm a
Mm.
smoker. I could smoke. So
Come through,
the
smoker.
fact that I was smoking and I wasn't getting high, I was like, yeah, this ain't for me because I ain't going to nothing else. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? If weed ain't helping me, then I just need to take a break and then really realize what is it that I'm trying to escape from. And so
Mm.
once I stopped, I realized there was a lot of things I was escaping.
Yeah.
And I had to really come to terms with the fact that I need to heal those things that I'm trying to escape from.
Wow. I can
Wow.
completely
That's
relate
deep.
to that.
Mhm.
I have been drinking alcohol since I'm 16 years old. Before that, probably 15. Okay. I just turned 41 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
In my former life, I would be at the bar at least 5 days a week with my coworkers. Um, in 2021, I decided that I wanted better for myself. So I eased off the drinking, kind of, sorta. That was actually when I realized that I probably had, I was drinking a lot. I was drinking a lot. Anyway, fast forward to this year or last year, I made a decision that alcohol probably wasn't the best move for me. I had started ingesting cannabis in 2020, which saved my fucking life, saved my chronic pain. Anyway, this fast forward to this year, 2023, as recent as August, I've decided that I am not going to drink alcohol.
That was a part of your reading.
And after I decided, after we had the reading, after I had decided to stop using alcohol. And then we had a reading, and in the reading, you said, Ricky, if you're still drinking alcohol, you better stop, Ricky. And I said, I stopped, Paris. Right. And so I can relate. I am clear. My gifts, my spiritual gifts, y'all, have been like through the
Mm.
roof.
Oh
Mm.
my God.
And also what you told me, Paris,
Woo!
you said, Ricky, if you're still drinking, you better stop, Ricky. And Ricky's my first name, y'all. Yes. So I too have a moniker. Ricky is my real name. And I was smoked when they told me I had to put my full government name up on my
Yeah.
Instagram to get the blue check. I was super smoked. Anyway, um,
Well, as a non-blue checker, Ray is my moniker, but I ain't got to tell y'all my real name because I ain't got to disclose yet.
All right.
yes,
We let you rock.
come through,
We let you rock
monikers,
today.
come through. That's hilarious. So anyway, what was I saying?
You was talking about being.
You,
Go ahead.
Being so right. Oh, and then you said, if you're not drinking alcohol, you better stop, Ricky, and don't be around people who abuse alcohol. That's what you said. And do not be around people who abuse alcohol. I went to dinner with my Uncle Paul, who came to visit me in Costa Rica. Shout out to my Uncle Paul. We went to dinner one night at this restaurant bar, which was the last place I had a cocktail in. And I swear the whole we had two other people with us at the table, and all I could hear them talking about was their particular experiences at bars and drinking alcohol. And it was like, yo, I feel sick to my stomach even hearing them speak about alcohol. I'm like, can we go?
wow. Wow.
So I feel repulsed by alcohol at this moment. Yeah, so that totally resonates with me.
I just wanna piggyback on that. I started having my spiritual gifts at age 7, and I started drinking alcohol at age 13.
Okay.
And as a Pisces, I don't know if y'all know about Pisces, but we could drink as well.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
actually, what drinking was a hobby for me. I used
Mm.
to love going to the bars. I knew the owners of the bars. I used to
Yes,
drink
yes, yes.
with
Mhm.
the owners.
Mhm.
I used to be
Likewise.
in the fucking bars lit
Mhm.
Yes.
in the
Yes.
make a fool of like I have this thing where when I was drinking, I will black out drink. Like I would
Mm.
be touching on
Mhm.
people, I would touch on women because at the time I was dealing with women. I would grope women like a fucking man.
Wow.
Mhm.
I would um I would do a lot of like what you would call like a Jezebel spirit. Like I had Jezebel energy towards me when I was drinking, but I felt like alcohol made me more open because I didn't know how to be open. So that was a big thing for me as well when I was very young. And also the visions and the empath energy that I had, I could not take it. So I would drink to dumb down my energy so I could be able to enjoy the fuckery that was around me. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I'll go
Mhm.
to the bar, drink, so I could finally get relaxed. Because if I didn't, I will feel everybody's energy. I'm feeling people's thoughts. I could feel this. I could feel that.
Right.
So that the last time I drunk, I blacked out. I did not know how I got home.
Mm.
At the time, thank God my mom had my daughter. But that was scary because I was living in Jersey and I was in Brooklyn. That means someone here put me in a cab. Give thanks
Mm.
to the spirit. I was in my bed by the time I got up. But when I told you I did not remember where the fuck I was and how I got home, that was scary. That was the
Yeah.
last time I drunk. I was like, I get you, spirit. And at the time, I was already reading. I was already reading. I was already giving
Mhm.
consultations. So spirit was like, bitch, I told you to stop drinking. And
Mm.
it wasn't until that life and death experience for me, and I was just like, all right, I get it now, and I gotta put the alcohol down. I got to.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. You know,
Oh.
isn't there something to? I know that there's something that's said, and help me out, you guys, but something about spirits and literally spirits,
Yes.
drinking
Yeah.
spirits, that
Yes.
100%.
there's a connection to that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys feel
100%.
that through the consumption, or
Oh,
maybe what could have been overconsumption, do you feel like your your spirit was under attack to a
yes.
degree? Hmm.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Hold on,
I
right. I'm gonna
s-
go get my charger. I'll be right back.
yes,
Go ahead,
y'all.
y'all can talk.
So I would be in the bar. I would work 5 days a week in downtown Brooklyn, y'all. I
Hmm.
would get off at 11:30 p.m. The bars are still wide open.
Mm.
I'm going there every day.
Huh.
Every day. Every night, rather. I'm there for 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe even closing the bar.
Mm.
I would eat heavy pasta, cheeseburger, definitely fries, mac and cheese, right? Every day. Every day.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4 cocktails, maybe a couple of shots.
Yep.
Then what happens, y'all? You get in the car and you drive home.
Mm.
And the guilt and shame of doing that, endangering my beautiful community, I have resolved. I have forgiven myself for that because that is no longer who I am.
Yes.
Ashe.
Um,
Gotcha.
Ashe. So I know being in the bar all those days, all the time, all those times, lowering my senses, right? Allowing the dark spirits that
Mm.
hang out in the bar,
Mm-hmm.
attached to other people,
Yes.
latch on to me
Mm.
while I am intoxicated,
Yeah.
right? Because whenever you're intoxicated, whether it's through booze or cannabis, or when you're under anesthesia in the hospital or getting your wisdom teeth taken, that is an opportunity for an entity to attach to you.
Yeah.
let's put think about Oda Mae Brown, the movie Ghost, that she's
Mhm.
sitting there at the table giving a reading to a family, and
Mhm.
she goes into like a deep slumber, and then you see the entities trying to jump into her to take her over.
Right.
That's what happens when you are
Mhm.
intoxicated.
Yeah.
So for all those years and days and hours that I spent drinking, getting drunk at the bar, 100% entities attached to me in the form of depression, in the
Yep.
form of chronic pain, in the
Mhm.
form of being 245 pounds.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
y'all.
I
I
couldn't
used
believe.
to
I
be
can't. I still can't
in
believe it.
2020. I was 245 pounds. This weight
I
has
still
just,
can't
it's,
believe
I have
that.
Me
lost
neither.
over 100 pounds naturally. And it started happening when I made a decision to heal myself and to lessen the damage on my body, AKA alcohol. And that meant not hanging out in the bar. I
Yeah.
stopped going to the bar, and my niggas, the weight has fallen off me. I
Yeah.
walk into a
That weight will
bar and
definitely
I'm
do it
like,
to you.
yo, I have to close my shop, do all my
Right.
work before I walk into a place that they serve alcohol,
Yeah.
Right.
because
And
I
that's
know.
discipline. That's discipline. You know, it's hard.
Hmm.
Once you're an addict, you're an addict. Let's just be
Yeah,
real.
forever.
I've been in and out of smoking weed. I've been in and out of, well, alcohol for me was it for me. Like I after that was out. But once you had enough, then you had enough. You know what I'm saying? But it's once you come with around a lot of people, and spirit will do this. Spirit will also challenge you by bringing other people who do have addictions. So you could be
Mhm.
clean, and then some, let's say a guy look fine as hell, he has everything together, but he likes to drink.
Mm.
Mm.
He likes to drink. So what
Mm.
happens now? You like, all right, I'll
Like
let him in.
each other.
Then next thing you know, you start drinking after you know that you're not supposed to be drinking, and that's what happens. So it's a battle every time. And spirit wants to know: are you going to allow this in, or are you going to learn the lesson that you were supposed to do? Like, move forward. You're not supposed to be doing that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Wow.
that went deep. That went deep.
That was good. That was good
I
stuff.
have I have also been ritualizing my cannabis intake as well.
That's good.
Meaning I'm not waking up and smoking a joint just because I woke up. Before we went on the air, I took a pull of my THC pen. I said my intention, and it is working.
Yeah.
Before this pull, I hadn't smoked in a couple of days. Um, Someone wants to know about their ex. Send the donation, boo.
Donation.
Send the donation. What's
The
going on with my ex? Um anyway, so when I smell cannabis being burned, just smoked in the air,
Hmm.
it also does something to me that I'm like, is it supposed to smell like that?
Yeah.
Since I've been, you know what I mean? Since I've
Yeah.
been ritualizing it.
Hmm. That's deep.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And is it the pin that smells different, or is it the actual weed that
The
smells like,
actual
what are you
flower, when
guys,
someone is
The
the
flower
actually
smells
flower?
smoking.
different.
Oh.
The
Yeah, it's
flower
Hmm.
when
smells different now.
yeah, when people are smoking the flower,
I've heard this.
it just smells different to me, and which further makes me want to ritualize when I
Hmm.
intake cannabis. Yeah.
Right.
So you mentioned that you were a witch since you were 7. Talk to
Yes.
us about that, because I
Yeah.
was going to ask
Hmm.
when question number 4,
Hmm.
when being a witch, when did it start and how did you
Yeah.
develop your
Um,
gifts?
Yeah.
so at age 7, I started to hear spirits. I would hear spirits, and I thought I was crazy. I really thought that. My 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 family is very spiritual. We are brought up in the Catholic church, so we did a lot of prayer over me, but it didn't work. It actually it gotten more heightened as they started praying over me. Um, and then I would wake up with scratches. I started waking up with scratches. I was getting attacked spiritually, and it was getting really intense. Um, I would have a lot of spiders, and that's like one of the spiritual totems, I guess, that follows me now is a lot of spiders. But I would have a lot of spiders that would fall on me, and I was fucking. It was like weird. It was like, what the hell is this? Um, and then that's when I started to realize that I have a gift. I have some type of gift that of gift of sight. And so it really didn't start to come around until 16, because 13, once I was able to, my mom started going out the house and she had alcohol, then I started drinking so I could consume the energy and not feel that
Mm.
spiritual thing. But 16 is when I started to really feel it. And I have a story for that. 16, I dropped out of high school and I went to Job Corps. Didn't have to leave high school. I just decided I wanted to trade. I really didn't like school like that. I'm a hands-on person. I wanted to get something that I felt like it was a trade is more tangible for me. I would enjoy it, and then I could get my high school diploma there. Um, I tried to commit suicide in Job Corps, and they put me in the crazy home. They could put me in the crazy bin for the weekend, and I realized that I was fucking crazy. I wasn't at all. And so by the time I came back home, I saw this book on the floor in Job Corps called The Secret. Um, and The Secret changed my life. The Secret changed my life, and I started to get more into quantum physics. Um, and I just felt like the ancestors, and I'm sure everybody could feel that, they give you like it's like little pathways. They'll set you little things for you to start to find yourself. So it went from quantum physics to from the secret, then a
I
Buddhist.
can't believe you're saying that. I downloaded The Secret
Yeah,
like 2 months ago,
yeah.
and I- I've been
That was the
listening to
first
it in
book.
my sleep.
That was the first book that changed my life. Like I'm telling you, I was just off the
I
land.
just started listening. I'm kind of choked up a little bit because I just started listening. I read it a while ago, but I just started listening to it last Tuesday,
Changed my life.
Holy shit!
and I
Changed my life.
listened to it going to sleep.
The dogs
Mhm.
are going fucking crazy,
Yeah,
y'all. The dogs are going
That's
crazy,
crazy.
yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
Do you hear me?
When I came back from the crazy home, that book was on the floor. It was on the fucking floor. Like it was like destined. It was like on the floor. Like I picked it up and then I read the first page, and then that was it. Like the whatever low vibration, whatever depression, whatever was that I felt, it just disappeared. And I had a new appreciation. I started thanking everything. I had a gratitude journal. And then I started to realize the quantum physics, the way what you're attracting. And so my life, it changed. It changed. And like I said, I started getting into Buddhism, and then it just started to ripple from there, the spiritual journey. But it really started at 16 with that book, The Secret. Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
Holy shit,
Crazy.
y'all. You know, I can totally have resonate with what you're saying. The in realizing that you're grateful for the sun being out, for the
Yeah.
plants being there. The plants today at the yoga shower, like the leaves, individual leaves would just start waving at me and
Yeah.
moving. And I would go over and touch you and say, "Hey, what's
Yeah.
going on?" I, I wake up every morning and I walk outside with the babies, my two dogs, and the first thing I do is look up at the sun and say,
Thank
"Good
you.
morning, Father Son."
Give thanks.
I give thanks.
Yeah.
I look up at the moon, my original home,
Mm-hmm.
my original home,
Yeah.
and say, I got you because you got me.
Yeah.
Period.
It's deep. Once we realize that our minds is our prison,
Right.
then we could be able to escape because the mental is really our mental. It's the prison. It could be your freedom or it could be the prison. And once you realize that, okay, I have to change. It's like everybody's trying to pray. They're praying to the gods. They're praying to this, they're praying to that. But in reality, if you're not making that change, if you don't see the perception, the difference, it's like it makes no sense because you're still going to after you pray, you're gonna go back to not being appreciative of the little things that you have, the life that spirit gave you, and it's just simple as that. Simple.
God damn.
Yeah.
Hmm. So we kind of left off where you said we're talking about how you came into your spirituality, your magic. You were around 16 when you kind of had a little bit of a breakthrough. What age did you decide to, I'm now going to accept this and I'm going to use this tool to bless other people? Like, what got you to that place? Because it's generally not like, oh, I know what it is. I know what I have now. Usually we kind of use it for ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering at what point did you know you could be an attribute to other people?
Um. So I would say after I came back home from college of doing culinary, I finished Job Corps. I came back, so this was around like 19. I actually met a person that studied Kemetic science. So this is now Egyptology.
Mm-hmm.
I had been initiated in a an occult, an
Come through
Egyptian.
words.
Yes, I can't say certain things, but I was initiated in a certain group.
Mm-hmm.
And it opened me up when it came down to tarot, but they did a different type of divination. It was too it was too by the book. I'm not a by the book type of person. I don't like rules. I do not like rules. I never did.
I never
And
did.
so what happened was someone bought me some tarot cards. This is at 19, and then I started to read tarot, and I would pull for myself, just like in the Egyptian, what I would call the Kemetic group that I was in. You will have to read yourself every day, and you will have to have a book, and you will basically take notes of what spirit is speaking to you. But with their initiate, you have to use their cards. So I started doing that to study the cards. I started studying the cards. I will pull a card every day. I will learn about the card, and I will learn more about the personality. So people could pull a card and be like, okay, the Ace of Wands is new beginnings. But I will go throughout the day and see what happened so I could be able to make it more relatable to myself and learn more about this personality of that card. So I would say now I am 31. I started really going in with tarot after the age of 27. So I'm now just being open to reading for others. I felt like I wasn't prepared to actually read for others before then because I was still, like I said, I was in and out with drinking, in and out with smoking, and
Mm.
you can't be half-assed doing this. You cannot. You would just look like a phony. So I would say that I really started getting more into opening up myself to others and being a help to others around 27. And it's been a journey ever since.
That's that is really early in life.
It is.
It really is early in life because most people are still trying to figure who the hell they are at 27.
That's
Even
sad.
at 31, like you're still trying to figure it out. So the fact that you were able to tap into that so early in age is amazing to me.
Yeah.
How do you find that you're able to like in that, because I would imagine a lot of the people who you are around are probably people that are of your age. I'm sure of all ages, but people that are of your age. How do you get to talk to them and have them to be receptive to what you say? Because going back to the fact that they're really young, and I feel like a lot of young people are not always in tune with their spirituality. So
No,
do you find that it's a fight? Like how are you able to talk to them and it resonates with them?
I don't. I don't.
Okay.
I usually, one thing about me, and I think that's what people liked. They see a normal person. I don't have the head wraps. I don't try to do the
Mm-hmm.
Erica Badu. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really try to
Come
be.
through, head wrap.
You know what I'm saying? I keep it hood, and I keep it spiritual, and I think that that's what gets people. I think that the fact that I have face tattoos, the fact that I'm more relatable, is what makes people more gravitated towards me because
And that you're a mom too.
yeah,
People
you
trust.
have to be relatable. Like I feel like, see, when you
And we
come up,
and we do be seeing Lavender in those readings. Hey,
yeah,
Lavy.
like I would say this. I don't really try to appease to anyone when I do attract people is naturally because they just want to know. I usually don't even tell. This is a secret of as well. I don't tell people that I read cards. I only started telling people because now the business is starting to grow as far as on YouTube.
Come
But I
through.
it's a taboo in the Catholic community to be reading cards.
Mm.
Right.
So
Yeah,
my
it
family is
is.
still not really open to reading. They a lot of my family don't like it. And so I'm very careful of how I promote myself, and I try not to be too much of the heebie-jeebie tarot reader that everybody is scared of.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want you to be
Mm.
scared of me. I want you to feel comfortable. So yeah, I gravitate towards more of people that's in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. I don't
Right.
really get young people like that because the young, like you said, young people. Once you start telling them about themselves, then they just want to try to like defend, and I don't got time
Hmm.
for that. I don't. Even on my YouTube channel, I'm just like, listen, if y'all don't like this shit, then click the fuck off. Brittany
Right.
knows
Yeah.
I don't
You
play
did
no
say that the
bullshit.
other
I
day.
don't play no bullshit. So it's like for those who's gonna gravitate me towards me, they're gonna gravitate towards me because they feel the authenticity, and that's usually the older crowd. It is. They
Yep.
love me, and I
Yep.
don't even date people my age. I always date men that are at least in their 40s. I don't know why, but they love me. You know what I'm
Come through,
saying?
40s.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I feel like I've always been the old soul. It must be the Pisces energy to me. You know what I mean? But
Not 40 being old.
it's not old, but 10 years. I'm 31. That's kind of
Oh my,
that's a few years. You know what I'm saying? There's a little sprinkle years. You know what I mean?
that's
Yeah.
hilarious. Yo, speaking of your readings,
Yes.
um, just a little side note. One day, very recently, and I'm talking like within the past 2 weeks, I was listening to a collective reading that you did, and my Bluetooth speaker turned on, and your voice is now blasting through my house. And I said, what the fuck?
What exactly was she saying in that moment?
I
Good job.
forgot.
That's a good.
I actually did go back to listen to it because I knew that was a message. However,
Hmm.
I've since forgotten the message. So Spirit, please direct me to that reading.
Mm,
Um, but yes, that's exactly what happened.
wow.
My Bluetooth speaker turned on.
They said, listen, you're gonna listen to this message right here.
Yeah.
it needed to be said and
That's
Yes,
heard.
right.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. Um, so you mentioned that you come from a religious background. Your family is Catholic, and that most of your family members aren't down with you being a witch. Is that fair to say? Right? So how do you resolve that? How
Um, I just like the Haitians, I actually use the Catholic pantheon of. I switch it up. I switch up the deities into a place where it's not it's not so much in their face, right? So, for instance, I have the Black Madonna, and that's big in the in the Catholic community. So when I'm praying to the Black Madonna, they're not thinking like, oh, she's doing any type of witchcraft or anything like that. They just think, okay, she's praying to the mother. Little do they know that that Black Madonna holds so much power. She holds so much, and she's just not the Black Madonna. She's Erzuli. She is Yemaya. She is Mami Wata. She is different deities from different spiritual pantheons. The Africans, from the Orishas. There is so much more than just what you see right there.
I know that's
So
right.
I cover my spirituality and the obvious right in front of their face, and they don't even know. They don't even know.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is a big taboo, and I feel like now it's getting a little bit more easier for them to have me around, but I know that they're scared of me. They're scared of me. You know what I'm saying? They're scared. And let them be scared. They should be scared. You heard?
Right. Keep them where they are, right?
Wow.
Yep.
Fear is definitely a distractor implant, and
Mm, mm,
I'm happy you asked that question, Dutch, because I was thinking that
and an
too. Like,
illusion.
and an illusion, yes.
Mm.
yeah.
But yeah, I was wondering too, like, how do you navigate having those relationships where there's two very separate beliefs?
Yeah.
Um, I how do you do it with like your children?
Lavender is a very she's she is very powerful. She's definitely sees the altar. She has her own tarot cards. She prays to Yemaya as well. She plays to Black Madonna. We have Black Madonna right in front of my bed. She drew a nice picture for Black Madonna. So
Mm,
my daughter is very aware that her mom is a witchy poo. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
special.
And she calls herself a baby witch. So
oh.
Yes, come through,
yeah,
Labby. Come through,
she know
Labby.
the vibes. She know the vibes. I,
Of
I'm
course.
not going to hide that from her because the earlier the better.
Yes,
The earlier the better. And
I agree.
also astrology. Astrology is very important to know who you're around. Definitely when it comes down to business, when it comes down to your family, when it comes down to
Mhm.
certain things. So reading her chart and realizing that she had double cancer, Cancer Moon and Cancer Rising, I already knew she was gonna be with the shits. Scorpio, double cancer,
Right, right.
she's powerful. I was like,
Right, of
okay,
course. Of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
buddy.
yeah,
Of course. I can completely relate with showing the kids early. I've got two nieces and four nephews. Of the so anyway, half of them, right, we are very close. And every time I go visit them, Diti has her cards. The kids ask me, Diti, can we do a reading? I just bought Zulier, my niece, she's 10, her first tarot cards for kids. Okay. Shout out to the tarot lady on Instagram. If your kids are looking for, if your kids looking for a tarot deck, I suggest that. It's
okay.
beautiful.
You guys send me the link so I can get it. I be
Yes.
just giving Lavender the mini decks, whatever I
Yeah,
got, she
it's
got. You know
beautiful.
what I'm
It's got
saying?
all characters of all different, shades, and
Oh,
yeah. They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
That's
So,
dope.
yeah.
um, they're very aware that their titi is a witch. They are very aware that they too are wizards and witches. My brother, is very aware that he is a wizard, and we have just come to these realizations very recently, and we're celebrating it. We are celebrating it so we can cultivate it and be proud,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and acknowledge the gifts bestowed upon us by the ancestors and of the
Because
highest
we
good.
all are special. All of us are special. We
We
all
are,
have
yes.
we all have gifts. And so when you my gift might be different from your gift, but you might have the gift of dreams, while I have the gift of insight or vision, and someone could
Hmm.
have the gift of something else. So we all have gifts. We just have to really tap into it, and I think that's what kind of causes depression as well, because we're trying to suppress these things that's naturally in us.
Yeah,
That's naturally in us, and then so what
yeah.
happens is that we're fighting what is really our natural thing that we want to do. You know what I'm saying? We feel
Hmm.
these things, but then there's people that's telling us that we're crazy because we're hearing things and we're feeling things that we know it's true. Then
Hmm.
later, years later or months later, you find out that what you felt was real. You ever
Mhm.
felt that feeling where you're around certain people, you're like, I just don't something
Hmm.
about this person, or you start getting tense. That is a
Mm,
gift. That is a
mhm.
gift of I forgot what kind of Claire is that, but the fact that you're able to pick up on someone's
Claire,
energy,
Claire empath.
shit, yeah, that. You know what
Claire
I'm saying?
empath.
Like,
Yes, you're
Hmm.
able to actually feel. I can feel someone's. I can feel someone's energy. My
yeah,
neck will get tense.
yes,
I will just be like, yeah. My stomach will
yeah,
hurt.
Hmm.
irritated sometimes. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a real thing, and so. And the thing that this year, and once again going back into astrology, this year opened up a lot of people into spirituality. People started to learn about voodoo and hoodoo and new age and tarot. This year opened up a lot of us, but this was already predicted, and that's why I like astrology, numerology, and all of these things that our ancestors had already had, because it gives us the insight of what's happening. If you don't know, then you're going to be hit with things in your life that you're gonna be like, oh man, I wish I would have
I
known
wish I
that.
would have.
No.
Yep.
If you was to study, okay, what is 2024 going to give to me so I could be able to set myself up?
Facts.
If you know
Hmm.
your north node, then your
Hmm.
north
Mm.
node is going to tell you what field that you're going to be in. Your
Yes.
Right.
Mars, your
Yes.
moon, your south node. These
Yes.
things are going to help assist you into where you're going to be.
That is a
Yep.
100% fact, y'all.
Yep.
Sometimes you in a
100% fact.
you depressed because you're doing a job, and then you find out that you have in the third house you have Gemini. You have Gemini in the third house. You have a third house where you're supposed to be doing communications.
Hmm.
Then you realize, damn, I'm in the wrong field. That
Yes.
is why
Right.
in the wrong field. Once you study the
100%
chart,
fact.
you're able to be like, okay, now I can see, and then you will excel. You will excel
Son.
once you realize what is your north node.
My North Node
North
is in
node.
Cancer. Is in
North
I
Cancer,
node.
y'all.
forgot mine.
That means
You got to
family.
find out, sis.
I
Yes,
had it. I
Ray.
forgot it.
Look
Find
it up.
find it.
I'm
Find
about
it.
to
Okay.
find it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. My
Keep
North Node
on.
is Cancer. That means family. That
Yes.
means the community,
Yes.
getting things together. Y'all, I can't say too much, but what I will say, the nonprofit, The Free Woman, is up and coming.
That's
Okay.
it.
It's about community. It's about building Black, Indigenous, people of color, women, and children.
Yes.
Okay. I have reconnected with my aunt,
Yes.
Anya T Love. I love you. Shout out to T Love. I reconnected with my beloved mother before she passed away. Family. Okay,
Very
I'm
important.
headed to Arizona for Christmas.
That's
Shout
right.
out to the fam. Titi's coming through. You feel me? Dad's coming. I mean, it's just my North Node is Cancer, y'all. I am focusing on the collective
Yes.
and the family and the healing the woman for the highest good. Okay, I've been thriving and look up your north node, y'all.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. Look up your north node.
I can't remember how to find mine.
Okay.
But I do have my like circle. You know how it gives you like your table and then you have the circle graph?
Yes.
I have that. I just don't have the words to tell me where the north node is.
Damn.
I know.
What number is your north node?
She don't know. She don't know the
know.
sign. We're gonna figure that out for you though, because that's very
Yes,
important.
exactly. We got you. We got
That's
you.
very
We could
important.
literally have that for you in 2 minutes. Wow. Well, I mean, I'm having a great fucking time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to pull some cards for the collective?
Yes, let's do a collective reading. All right. I'm not going to.
If anyone wants to ask a question, just send Paris donation.
We had
to her
it's already answered.
CashApp. That's $Parry with 2 eyes, 1, 2, 3, or you can Zelle her at shhmovep@gmail.com. If you want a reading, you can ask a question.
Okay.
All right, so Paris, take it away, boo, because this is for you.
All right, so let's get a collective reading. I'm going to do a 3 spread just to see. Wow, wonderful energy. The collective is definitely deciding to let go of people, places, and things that make them feel hostile about themselves. We have here the 2 of Wands. It might be too bright. We have here the 5 of Wands, and then we have here the 4 of Cups. So Spirit's really speaking to us about learning to choose our battles when it comes down to the things that we want to really thrive on at this time. A lot of us is just being naturally gravitated towards really focusing on ourselves. The King of Cups came out. There could also be a sense of you guys wanting more. So what's happening, even when it comes down to relationships, right? Because I'm seeing love here. What you used to be attracted to, you might notice that you're not attracted to it anymore. You want something more. You're asking for more. And a lot of us is going into a healing state with that star card. So anything that has to do with healing, if that is eating better, if that is working out, if that is journaling, writing, singing, anything that has to do with your healing process, that's what a lot of us is doing. And this is good because when you're able to really put a boundary, I feel like there's a lot of boundaries here. What I'm getting, there's a lot of boundaries. There's a boundary of I'm not going to allow you to take me out of my growth.
Facts.
So that is what the collective is going through right now, where a lot of us is realizing what we're not going to allow and what we will allow. And if it's not anything that has to do with healing, restoring my energy, or uplifting me, that drama shit has to go. And so that is exactly what you're seeing here. You're seeing a lot of the drama. You're seeing people and what's happening is that a lot of us is making a decision to ignore it. Like fuck that. That's for the birds. If you want to go and talk about the drama, if you making me feel any type of way, or I start to feel a different, your spirit guides is gonna, like, let's say you gotta go to a party. Let's say you're going to an event, and all of a sudden something happens to where you can't go to the event anymore. That is your spirit guides letting you know that event probably would have been very dramatic. It would have had a lot of negative energy. And the spirit guides is putting you in a direction where it's all about healing and restoration.
God damn.
Done.
And it's crazy that you just gave that example because your girl had an invitation to a party tonight.
I had a party too. I had a party too, girl. That's
and
why I said
your girl will not be there because your girl is here at this moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Healing, restoration. There we go. The star. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Come through, spirit. Thank you.
When the cards are talking, they talking.
Oh gosh.
Because I definitely resonated with the choose your battles with things that you're trying to focus on. Because as a parent to a preteen, damn near teen, I've really been struggling with trying to choose, like, I can nitpick about every fucking thing. I can. I am trying to teach myself that not everything has to be a battle. that everything has to be addressed. I don't have to say something all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to tell myself, pick your battles. Like,
Yeah.
is that a big deal? It's not. Why stress yourself? Because every time I say something now, I feel like, oh, I had to say something. It weighs on me. And
Yeah.
then she feels bad. And now I can't, now it's a battle because it's like, I can't let you know that now I feel bad. So it's just the whole thing.
Yeah.
And how about I choose my battles
Yes.
for things that matter?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been telling myself this. So you just reinforced that shit for me.
What's
Thank
your sign? What's your zodiac sign?
Mine, Leo.
Oh yeah. Yep. Leo's
Oh, yeah.
Leos right now are realizing how to temper themselves. That's the right
Girl.
word, temperament. You need to learn how to be like, you know what? Not today. Not today. Not today.
This is literally my life. I am literally learning to temper myself. That is
Mhm.
come through word, because
Yeah.
that's the word
Come
right
through
there.
words.
Yeah. It's
That's
real.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You said
And
that
I'm
love is
double
coming in.
Leo. I'm double Leo. No, I'm sorry. I'm not double Leo. I take that back.
You are double Leo.
Remember, I had to look at my chart. I had the PM instead of AM. I'm Leo sun. I know. Girl, we laughed about it. I just didn't say it on air.
I forgot. Oh, I forgot.
It's out there now. But I'm a Leo sun. I am an Aries moon, and I'm a Sagittarius rising.
Oh yeah. Everything that you need to do has everything to do with travel, a lot of traveling and a lot of expansion. Everything needs to be expanded. Like you should never be in the spotlight. You definitely what you're doing right now, perfect for what is it that everything about
Come
you
through
needs to,
perfection.
it needs to be in the spot. You need to be in the spotlight.
Mm,
You have to be. Yeah. And expansion, like you should be traveling. I see you within the next few years traveling and getting paid. That should be your goal, is to be able to travel and get paid, because with what you have going, those placements is all about traveling, showing, speaking the words, being the voice of reason, and then but also being able to impact people with that Aries energy, because you're a natural leader. You're a natural
Mm.
born leader. So to have those three placements actually is all about expansion. Sagittarius rules groups, right? So yeah. Who's the author to The Secret?
They
I
put
don't
it up
know.
here.
Yeah, they put it. I think
Ron,
Rhonda
Rhonda.
Byrne.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rhonda Byrne. Okay.
Oh, I
Come
see my
through,
people over
community.
there. Yes.
Come through, community.
Yes.
How y'all
Yes.
doing? Thank you guys for tuning in
Hey
and talking
y'all.
to
I
each
know we've been a
other.
little elongated with the questions, but I hope you guys really enjoy the Q and A's, because this was very deep. This was a very deep interview. So.
Yes. Come through, T Love. That's my aunt, y'all. That's my aunt. That's my aunt, y'all. That's my
Hey,
aunt.
Auntie.
Well, she said that's my goal for what? To get travel and
I
get
don't
paid.
know.
Oh,
What's your
probably
goal?
travel, because we're talking about traveling.
Oh,
So maybe she's
probably.
talking about travel.
Yeah, definitely. Because T Love and I were manifesting our European tour for 2024. Okay. So we can
Mm-hmm.
stun on these hoes.
Yeah.
Okay. Stunt on these
Period.
hoes.
Yeah.
Just like I stunted on them hoes when I was in Colombia this weekend.
Yep.
Okay. How's
Yes, you
that?
did. Yes,
Okay.
she did. In
Take
all her
that.
glory.
Calmly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. On the helicopter.
Yep. And there's more
Anyway.
to come. More to come.
That's right. Well, thank you, sis, for giving me that.
Yeah.
Travel for sure is at the tip top of my list. If
Yes.
I was able to be paid, if I could repurpose that to be paid for it, you ain't
Yes.
got to tell
Oh,
me twice. That will
that's what Auntie
definitely be
meant,
something
y'all.
I want
She
to
meant
do.
to. That's her goal, to be paid to travel. Come through.
Yeah.
Reviews.
Well, Tanya, if you want to go and drop a little donation, I could give you a little reading. But
Yes,
yes,
Auntie. Come
I
on.
feel
Throw her
like
some throw her some cheddar.
you
Well, you
know,
know what? In all fairness, I must say, so you know how you were talking before about
Mhm.
your family being religious. My aunt T is religious.
Oh,
She's religious. She reads the Bible. She believes in
I read the
God.
Bible too. I read the
I mean,
Bible
I
too.
do too. I believe in God.
Yeah.
However, she doesn't necessarily believe in
In
tarot.
tarot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting about the Bible. And one thing, once I started learning more about the Hoodoo tradition, because like I said, I'm Catholic, but then I'm African American. So when I started to tap into more of the African American roots and realize that Hoodoo is very connected to the Christian faith, it was very interesting to use the Psalms, and I have
Mm.
and I have my family using the Psalms to get to what is it that they want.
Mhm.
So I'm very big on the Bible, but I use the Bible for my own spiritual purposes. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And shit like that. But yes, I definitely I understand. Everybody believes in the tarot and you know, astrology, numerology, but even in the Bible, it definitely has all of that stuff in there too. You know.
Yeah, the Bible definitely is magic. And a
Mhm.
friend Teresa told me, she said Psalms are spells. She
Right.
said Psalms are spells.
I read
Mhm.
it
And
every
you have
night.
been posting a lot of Psalms
Yeah.
on your YouTube,
Yeah.
and I go and read them.
Psalms 91, my favorite.
Mm.
Psalms 91, Psalms 92, 23. Those are the most powerfulest psalms out there. You have any type of spiritual warfare, my like anybody that just lost a job, you have evil eyes, you play
Mhm.
Psalms 91 and 23 in the nighttime. They have it to where it plays over and over. So like if you are going through any type of spiritual battles, and I do this every night. That
Mhm.
is what I play in the nighttime is Psalms 91 and Psalms 23 because of the work that I do. It
Mm.
works. Like you listen to it, you listen to any type of spiritual warfare,
Right.
goes away. That's them songs
You
is no
said
joke.
Psalms 91 and Psalms 23?
Psalms 91 and 23, yes.
Okay, let me put that up on
Hmm.
the thing. Psalms
Damn,
20. What did
I
you
had
say? 91
And
and
23.
23. Yeah,
23
yeah.
for spiritual warfare.
No joke, no joke.
Oh, not warfare. Wait, warfare.
I'm thinking about that. And, as a kid, well, I grew up in a very religious household. My grandfather, well, my great grandparents raised me. Great grandfather is a minister, had his own
Hmm.
church. Grandmother was she was the pianist, like she was very much involved in all together in church. So I obviously I've learned the Bible and all that, and grew up to be taught to be very religious. Have since kind of manipulated where I land there, but still very much believe in God. That stated, as a kid, I remember children have so much power they don't even realize it, but I remember as a kid, like there would be things that would bother me, and I wasn't paying attention in church half the time. You wander off as a kid, you ain't really paying attention, right? But you hear it. So I remember my grandfather would say, when you have troubled times, you just recite XYZ. And I remember as a kid, whenever I felt, because I was scared of the dark as a kid, so I remember whenever I felt scared of the dark or something scared me, I remember I would just close my eyes and repeat it over and over and over. And that always brought me comfort. And
Wow.
I think that, like, and I also remember as a kid, like if it was something I really, really, for example, like a dance, if I wanted to really learn how to do a dance, I would go to sleep, like thinking about, like physically looking, seeing the moves in my head, like I'm envisioning it as a kid. And within like a day or two, I would know how to do the damn dance.
Yep.
I know that sounds crazy to some people, but
Nope,
literally like
not at all.
envisioning it and sleeping on it. And I
Hmm.
just think about that when you said, just if you're going through a spiritual warfare, you repeat verses and you say things that will bring you some calmness, and that warfare will go away if you really
Yes.
repeat it.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking about that, and I was like, damn, as a kid, I really was able to do a lot of these powerful things that sometimes we abandon as
Yeah.
adults that we should revisit.
Yes. 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 Like, man, heavy. Like, even you'll notice the biggest witches use the Psalms. We use the Psalm,
Mm-hmm.
because, like I said, the power of the Bible is very real. And
Mm-hmm.
even
Absolutely.
King Solomon has some. Man, everything about the Bible is powerful, but I would like to say there's certain parts of the Bible that if you recite it or even open it up, you put a picture, you put a lock, you put your hair, and you close it, that will help seal the deal. So back to that, like I said, your auntie ain't wrong. I
Come through,
definitely
pro
do.
Mm-hmm.
tips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really is real deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, god damn.
This has been
I
so spiritually
mean,
uplifting. Like I don't you feel like the energy that's
Yes.
we're sharing here? I do. I do. I
Oh
do.
yeah, I keep on getting chills between you speaking
Yes.
and then Ricky. Like I haven't been feeling the
come through,
chills.
government.
Yeah.
That's why
Oh
I
my
keep
gosh.
touching myself here. Like I just feel full, like
Yeah.
warmth. Yeah.
And I can't tell if you're reaching below as giving me the cue.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. I
No.
thought
No.
you were
No.
getting tired. I'm
We
like,
I didn't I
okay.
we didn't even we only pulled a few cards. I'm really enjoying it.
Yes, me
Yeah.
too. Come through, sisterhood. You know what song I was listening to today in the car, and I said if I play it on the song, I'm definitely gonna get blocked. Not Tonight remix, Lil Kim, Angie Martinez,
Okay,
The
okay.
Brat, Missy Elliott,
Oh my
Lisa
god.
Left Eye Lopez. That
Yes.
song came on in the
Yep.
car, and I'm like, ooh, tonight this is ladies' night. Come
That's
through,
right.
ancestors. I was so excited to be here with y'all. For
Hmm.
real.
Yes.
I'm feeling
Wow.
And it's giving everything I expected it to give. So
yes.
I'm having a
Thank-
blast.
I'm thankful that you guys are enjoying it. Oh my god.
Yay. All right. Well, I mean, do we got anything else to say? Oh, wait. I wanted to ask you real quick.
Yeah.
Now, you know how earlier I said originally I was from the moon, right? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about aliens, extraterrestrials, star people. Can you touch on that? Because can you touch on that?
Yeah. It well, man, that's like it's like a rabbit hole when you start to really talk about the extraterrestrials. But I would love to say that when you start to really get more into knowing who you are, you start to realize that there's different sets, just like there's different sets here. Like, we got Pisces, Capricorn, Scorpio, XYZ. There is different types of sets in the astral realms. We have Pleiadians, which I am one of. That's the set I'm from, is a Pleiadian. Um, and so yes, I'm very into.
And from what galaxy or what planet is a Pleiadian from?
Pleiadians is everywhere. They come down here. You look it up and you will see what I'm talking about. It's definitely like you would call it like an archangel. It would be like an archangel. Well, some archangels is not here, right? There's some like Archangel Michael. He'll come as a
Mhm.
person. Um, so and that's what I'm saying, because when you want to talk about that, then you could go into the orishas, or you could talk about the deities. You could speak about certain people, even when it comes down to voodoo, right?
Mhm.
A lot of the voodoo pantheons come as homeless people, which is interesting.
Mm.
So it's a very spiritual thing when once you start to really start to do the research. Like that's why I said the rabbit hole goes deep, because if we start really going into it, then we're gonna be up in here for everywhere. But yes, the 80s stars. See, there we go.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, yes, yes. Come through, Pleiades. Yeah,
Yes.
so I
I'm gonna look
believe that
that
I
up.
am from the moon. That's where I
Okay.
originated from, and then when I received my mission, I was birthed in in New York City. I mean, anyway,
Right.
Queens is where I grew up, born and raised my whole life.
Hey, what part of Queens?
Yes, Queens Village,
Oh,
217 in
snap!
Hillside.
Queens in the
Come
building.
through. Yeah. So anyway, so what kind of star seed would I be if I were from the moon?
We gonna have to speak about that on a personal level, because yeah,
Okay.
we'll have to speak about
You
that.
see, I didn't even think about that.
Mhm,
Star seed, fucking obviously.
mhm.
So I'm going to ask the question, what is a star seed? You guys got to elaborate on that one.
You want to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay. Um, you know, you would definitely call these youngins, like my daughter, a star seed. They're very connected to the universe. They're very connected to crystals, and they feel sensitive when it comes down to certain things. They're able to pick up different types of gifts. So you would call them, like, the first thing that I thought about was the golden child, right? You would call a star seed like a golden child.
I just renamed my cannabis company Golden Child.
And Spirit said
Are
golden
you
child. That was the
fucking
first thing.
my cannabis company name since 2021 when I established it was Flower Child Hemp. My father and I came up with that name in my room. Do you know I just got the paperwork for Golden Child NYC?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I have no idea why I wanted to change the name.
Yeah. So definitely, like, you would think of the star seeds as like the golden children that are able to,
Amazing.
you bring them around, you bring the star seeds around certain people, and they're like, no, mommy, or no, that's not it. That's a star seed. The star seeds is also ones that pick up on intuition very quick. Like,
Woo!
Okay.
they're born with gifts. They were born gifted. They're born with alternative gifts, multiple of gifts. It's just not one gift. They come with multiple of gifts. They could be painters, singers, writers. You know what I'm saying? They could read. They could pick up on energy. Those are star seeds. Those are the ones that are going to be able to be the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're
Mm-hmm.
futuristic.
Mm-hmm.
Futuristic. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's
Yeah.
a that's another thing as well. Like, once, like I said, once you go down a rabbit hole, you're gonna realize, like, damn, then you're gonna have to stop. You're gonna research this. You're gonna research that. Like, it's just so much research, baby.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Like, trust
The
me.
rabbit hole goes deep.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got homework now. I'm very interested. I've heard the term star seed a lot. I've heard it in various circles of people, and I never had an opportunity to ask what it was.
Yeah.
So I just kind of act like I knew. I kind of, you know how you can use context clues, and I was like, oh, okay, I think I have
Come
a
through,
star
fake it till you make it. Yes.
Basically, shit. That's exactly what I did. So
Right.
I figured, I mean, damn, I got the professional right here. We're
Yeah.
talking about it. So I felt it was obvious. And obviously, we got people listening. So I'm glad that you were able to help me, help a
Yeah.
nigga out. Thank you.
No, for
Wow.
sure. For sure. It definitely.
Star seed.
Star
Yeah.
seed.
Yeah.
Star seed. That name is just so beautiful too. Star
Yeah.
seed.
Really beautiful.
Yeah. All right. Well, do we got anything else you want to say?
Hey, I'm very thankful. I'm happy that we got on this. This was very it was very touching. I really enjoyed this reading for sure. I love this interview. My bad. The interview was really great. Your guys will go very far, both of you guys. If you just keep your mind and don't get distracted. Remember, the collective reading was to stay away from any type of drama or people that make you feel um that question make you question yourself or question the things that you want to do. As soon as you start feeling questionable about people, follow that intuition. Don't be around that energy, because the more that you elevate is when you're going to start noticing more people are going to come to try to distract you. And it could be in your vices, the vices that you like. So if that's sex, if it's alcohol, drugs, or if it's, going out partying, you're going to notice that there's going to be more of that type of energy that's going to be attracted to you. So just stay focused, because this is the time. Next year is definitely going to be a powerful year for a lot of us, and we have to stay focused for 2024.
Yeah.
Come through. Come
Yeah.
through.
In Aquarius.
Yeah.
Come through. Oh, I just got the knowing that we should send a shout out to the violence that is occurring. I don't watch the news
Me neither.
at all. At all. If I see something, it's probably on Instagram, and I go on Instagram to post for business reasons. Or if someone says something to me. Anyway, when I found out about this war going on, it broke my heart. So I just want to take this moment to send love across the world
Yeah.
at this
Absolutely.
moment.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes.
It's um America, when you start to learn about astrology, America had their Pluto return. Um, and I know we're not talking about America right now, but we're seeing like the ripple effect, because if America is like the most powerful country, then everything else around is it's kind of a reflection in a sense. And with that being said, we also have been impacted. A lot of people had lost their jobs this year. A lot of people, there's another budget cut in New York City. More people are losing their jobs, and so we're also being impacted. It's just being like it's like a mask, And so I would like to say that this was already written, and unfortunately, next year there's going to be more religion. You're going to see a heighten of a religion. And if you go on my channel, my YouTube channel, I had an astrologer come up named Kai, Astro Kid, who spoke about 2024 and what will happen. And once again, that's why I like astrology, because it breaks it down on not on a tower level where it's
Right.
just intuition. This is syntax. This is stuff that the sun and the moon and the transits and the stars. It is That's how you're able to read. And so the he spoke about religion. He spoke about religion and how it's going to be heightened. And this is a big ripple effect of that, because what's happening has a lot to do with religious things. You know what I'm saying? And we've been speaking about religion this whole interview, so you could already see how much is impacting us subconsciously. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
We did
um,
speak about religion, did it?
We did.
we spoke
We
about
did.
religion a lot. You
Mm-hmm.
guys both spoke about religion. I spoke about religion,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
so we're being impacted. But unfortunately, next year is going to be even worse, and you're going to
Yeah.
see a lot of people um, do some really messed up things because they feel like their religion or their spiritual path is better.
Right.
Okay. And so that's going to bring a lot of separation, but then it also is going to bring awareness of how much the control is with religion as well. So yeah, this is just unfortunately, I'm sad to say, but this is only the beginning of what is to come. And that's the reason why spirituality and learning about how to protect yourself, protect your finances, protect your family is very important, because if you don't know, then you're going to be left in the fucking matrix for real.
Mm.
Sad to say. But a lot of
Mm.
people who wants to use, oh, God got me, no offense. God got me is going to be left in the matrix. You're going to get burned. You need to protect your finances. You need to
Mm-hmm.
protect your family. You need to protect yourself. And the only way that you're going to be doing that is by doing certain spiritual practices that will be able to help heal and put that shield up. Because we're working with a big entity here. We're dealing with demons. We're dealing with people that are using like actual demons to be able to control us, control the masses. And we need to be able to protect ourselves. And if you don't believe in that, you will find out in 2024. It's real. It's really real. We're in a spiritual warfare, and they're going to be dividing people through religion and through the spiritual uh, separations. You're gonna see a lot of it. Watch and see.
And just to piggyback on the point that you made about people who say, "Oh, God got me," and just leave it like that. To that point, the Bible says, "Faith without works is dead." Like, you gonna have to put in the work. Like, God
Yes.
ain't just got you. Like,
Yes.
faith without works is dead.
Yes. Yes.
So take that into
And
consideration.
take that into consideration. You're right.
Yep.
That just gave me chills.
Prepare
God
yourself.
damn, right? God
Prepare.
damn, right?
But that's that Aries, the Leo, the Sagittarius. Your words, like I said, you got the voice of reason. That just comes. That comes naturally to you. That you're a natural leader. So
Oh,
what
thank
you
you.
say will be very powerful. You have that voice that could bring people to you. Like, remember I told you I don't really look for people to try to find my readings. I just say what I have to say and they come to me. You got
I know
that
that's
same
right.
vibe. I have
And
Mars.
Dutch just told me that I'm a manifesting generator.
I
Exactly.
am too.
Yeah,
I am 3.
Yeah. Well,
Come
there we go.
through.
there it is.
That's right.
Look at that.
Come through, words.
Naturally is in us. Once you realize that, then things just move faster. That's why I said once you know your North Node, that's just gonna put the icing on the cake. Like, what? And I'm this for my North Node?
Yes, yes, yes.
As soon as we log off, I'm gonna find out.
Yes. Get yourself a reading
Yes.
by Paris Williams. Okay. It goes deep, y'all. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you how so I get readings by Paris regularly. Paris is definitely my spiritual consultant amongst other professionals. Shout out to Mr. Lloyd Schreihorn,
Yes,
the
Mr. Strayhorn.
numerologist.
The
Okay.
numerologist, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. He is also necessary if you want to elevate yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you want to elevate yourself, spiritual consultants are a necessity, just like you have your GYN, your dentist, your internist. You need a numerologist. You need a tarot, oracle, bones, astrologer. You need yourself a witch. Okay.
Lloyd came to me, like, you see how I said, like, my spiritual journey, like I was able to meet the most powerful people that is now lit right now. Lloyd was one of those people that, like, literally I walked in the door and he was there. And then I got a reading, and it's everything that he said back when I was 19 is now happening to this day. And he is that's one of my close friends, is Lloyd Strayhorn, brother Lloyd Strayhorn.
Yes. Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Lloyd, who will be our next guest on the Margarita Room. Okay. After my reading with him a few months ago, he said, "I'm coming on your show anytime. Let me know." So since the Margarita Room is now up and running with live guests, Mr. Lloyd Schreihorn will be next. You can catch him on Instagram. I think it's Numbers and You is his Instagram handle.
Yes.
Yes. Wow, wow, wow. Paris. 8 billion thank yous for being here with us. We've been here for an hour and a half, y'all.
Wow.
An hour and 28 minutes.
Wow. It didn't feel like it.
It didn't. It did not.
Wow. Do you have any last messages from the cards for the collective, for our 5 viewers that are watching us live, and for anyone that watches us in the future? Hold on. We got some comments here. Let me click on it.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, because I can't
Auntie
see
is,
no comments.
yeah, I'm looking here. Auntie's
Okay.
chiming in. She said facts. Wow. Exactly. Yeah. So any messages for us and for those that watch in the future?
Hmm. Wow. I would like to say that there's definitely people, as you move forward. I think that a lot of us, our strategies was too typical. A lot of us had, when we were moving to, a lot of people were able to see how we was moving. And so now Spirit is asking everybody to switch it up. Don't
Mm,
stick to the same routines. Don't stick to the same things that you were doing before. Change it all the way up. And it's giving me that laugh now, cry later, where people laugh now, but then they cry later about the things that they thought that you were going to stay to. So I would like to say to the collective, and I would love to say to you ladies, switch it up. Don't ever don't stick to the same routine. Don't stick to the same thing. I do feel like there is going to be some exes, or there's going to be some people that will try to come into your life, because we have some people with that Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups here. There's definitely going to be some people that are going to try to come back into your life, but I think that's after the fact that when people think that you're always going to stay the same way, and you're always going to stay doing the same thing. Well, once you start to elevate and you start changing the routine up, is when you're going to start to realize that the people that once shitted on you, or the people that once doubted you, are going to be the ones that's going to be watching you. They're going to be your biggest fans. They're going to be the ones that be like the first on the videos. They're going to be the first ones on watching you on Instagram. They might not say nothing, but they
mm.
watch it. They
I
watch
know that's right. Done
it.
on them hoes, okay?
Um, my biggest thing is don't ever let them see you sweat, and fake it till you make it. And also, never keep the same routine. Always try to elevate the next time. Always try to study, and be the best at what is it that you do, and just keep it going. Period.
Keep it going, y'all. Keep it going.
I receive it all.
Keep it
Thank
going,
you.
y'all. Keep it going, y'all. Keep it going, y'all. Yeah, that's what we're gonna close out on today. Keep it going, y'all. Keep it going, y'all. Wow. I love y'all, my sisters.
Thank you so much for having me on this show, for real, and I hope
You're
to see you guys
welcome.
soon. For sure.
Give
Bless you,
us your
sis. We appreciate.
Instagram, where they can reach you. We didn't even talk about your soap and whatnot. We gotta have
Oh
you
my
back. We gotta have you back.
god.
But give us your socials, your everything.
Okay, so we have Instagram is PW Collections LLC. And the website is pwcollections.com. And make sure y'all add me on YouTube. We just got monetized, so we're just waiting for them to send me the information in the mail so I could be able
Come
to get the commercials.
Good shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't playing with the monetization. I was like, yo, I gotta make this money, bro.
Gotta
I,
make
I
this
I was
money.
on it. I was on it. I was not
Come
giving up. I was
through.
not giving up. I did a lot of praying. I did a lot of spiritual work to make that shit manifest. So yeah, add me on YouTube. And yeah, you guys could find. I'm sure if you guys watch the Instagram, then you could be able to. She tagged me, and then you guys can add me on there. But
Yes.
yes, yes,
Wow. And I had PW Collections up the whole time for Instagram. It's PW Collections LLC on
yeah.
Instagram.
I didn't even notice
PW Collections
Oh yeah,
LLC
I
on
see that.
Instagram. Okay. She's got the blue check. Look for the blue check.
Yes,
Look for the
sir.
blue check.
Mhm.
Okay.
Check. You heard?
Exactly. Wow. Thank you.
Yes.
I love
I
y'all.
love
Thank
you
y'all for
guys.
watching.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again. Thank you for tuning
Yes,
into the
queen.
Margarita Room. I'm
Love you
Dad.
guys. This is
That's
Ray.
Ray. And that's Paris.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was
That's
listening
Paris.
but it was amazing, and I
All
appreciate y'all
right.
so much.
Love
Love
y'all.
y'all.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.